Hi guys, welcome to Placement Series. So there are various profiles where you can choose your career after your BTech. So some of those are core jobs, core in the sense the jobs which are related to your particular branch, and then comes to non-core. So like software development, then data analyst, consultant. Today we have one of the senior from chemical engineering department who plays as a consultant in O9 Solutions. So let us have a small discussion with him and get to know some interesting things from him. Hello bro. So first of all, please introduce about yourself to all my audience.
Hello, hi Charan, hi everyone. So I'm Ayan here. I'm a final year student pursuing my bachelor's in chemical engineering from NIT Warangal. So I'm currently placed as a consultant at O9 Solutions and I'm from Hyderabad.
So what is the CGPA cutoff for this company and what is your CTC?
I mean, the cutoff to apply for the company was 6.8. So that is called the initial screening where we have to submit our resume, and like although the cutoff mentioned was 6.8, but the students having CGPA say 7 and above were shortlisted for the online test. And coming to CTC, it was 8.7 lakhs per annum.
Yeah, thanks bro. Why did you choose this company?
As I told you, my branch is chemical engineering. So I was looking for core as well as non-core profiles, but I had a basic idea of my core branch. So to start my placement preparation, I started it with the management profile. But as time passed by, I actually got much more inclined towards management field, and later I decided that I want to pursue my career in the same. So O9 Solutions is basically a integrated business planning platform where they will provide various services to clients such as financial planning, sales planning, and supply chain planning, etc.
So explain us the recruitment process for this placement.
So as I told you that initially there was a screening round, after which like people above 7 CGPA were shortlisted. Then there was an online test which had two sections, that is aptitude as well as SQL. So in aptitude, we had around 40 minutes and there were 35 questions. And in SQL section, it was MCQ, all were MCQ questions and single correct answers. So in SQL section, we had 20 minutes and we had to answer 10 questions. So post the online test, almost 70 students had applied for the online test, and around 22 were taken for the final interview. And after the interview, 16 students were finally selected.
Yeah. How is your interview experience?
Okay, so I mean, one good thing about O9 which I like was that the interview experience was very good. I mean, they first they ease out the candidate and they make them feel comfortable. And so, I mean, for 90% of the interviews, the first question they will ask is about to introduce yourself. So, as usual, I was also asked the same question, where usually we try to give our like basic background and our family background, then our relevant any work experience or any projects or your positions of responsibility, and you just give a gist as to why you are suitable for this role. Then one more important question which I was asked is like, being a chemical engineering student, why do I want to like shift my domain? And that is actually a very important question also, because I mean there should be a proper explanation as to why a person being from a core branch is shifting to another branch, or why he or she is shifting their field. So there should be a valid justification for it. And after that, like I was mostly asked questions based on my resume. So, and like whatever things I had mentioned in my resume, they were taking it, I mean, they were asking the applications based on it.
Okay. So your words on CGPA and its importance for a core and non-core jobs.
My answer for this question is personal opinion. It may or may not be correct, but this is from my experience that I feel for core. I mean, in general, a company will have various rounds. which is first will be your just like CGPA shortlisting or your resume shortlisting, then followed by your online test, and then comes the like other activities such as group discussion or any other elimination round, and then comes your interview. So in general, like CGPA, what I mean, once you clear the cutoff for a company, then usually it shouldn't matter. Uh, Later on, it totally depends on your performance in your online test or the group discussions or interviews. But I think for a core profile, it is better to have a good CGPA. That is good. By good, I mean between like 7 above or 7.5 above. The simple reason is because like when you're applying for a core job, so obviously in your branch you studied your core subjects. So having a good CGPA gives the confidence to the interviewer that yes, you like I mean you had the knowledge to perform well in that subject. So it may be a small indication that yes, you are good at it. Suppose, but I mean there are people who have relatively low CGPA and still they get core companies. But for that, like additionally, they need to prove that yes, in spite of low CGPA, they have a good technical knowledge. But and coming to non-core companies, like once you clear the cutoff, mostly CGPA shouldn't matter because then they thoroughly check your work experience, your projects, and the way you are communicating, your problem-solving skills, etc.
What are all the additional skills required for this profile?
Okay, so my profile is a consultant, and basically, like the actual skill set which are required for consultant, they are more practical. Like if you take any software profile, so they will expect that you need to have proficiency in few programming languages. You need to have proficiency in data structures and object-oriented programming, etc. But in consultant, generally they expect you to have good communication skills, good problem solving skills, and yes, few technical expertise are also needed. As far as O9 is considered, we the eligible candidates were expected to have a good SQL knowledge, and even that was tested in our online test, which is called OT. And even in the interview, to good number of people, they ask questions based on SQL, especially for consultant profile. Having good problem solving skills are a must. So problem solving need not be coding. It is also like having a good knowledge of case studies and guesstimates, because that shows how you are approaching towards a industrial problem. And apart from that, like having a knowledge of a basic coding language is always a plus point, but that's not a like mandatory criteria. It depends on the company again.
How one should list out companies?
Okay, so basically, whenever a company comes to campus, they usually give all the details as to what is the profile for which they'll be recruiting, what is the CTC, and there is another very, very important thing which they give is JD, that is your job description. So job description is something where they explain something about the company and what they are expecting from you, and what the work which you'll be doing for that particular profile. So that is a very key step for any placement preparation, because when you are preparing for placements, you are like just having overview of all the concepts which your seniors or friends or you got them by your own research. But in the job description, they clearly specify as to what are the things in which you should be proficient at. So even for O9, when I saw the job description, I realized that the work which we'll be doing and the prerequisites which they are asking, I had them in me. So that is the reason why I chose O9.
What roles did extracurricular activities play in your interview?
Okay, so I mean, to be honest, they didn't specifically ask me much about my extracurricular activities in my interview, but I feel like uh, involving myself in all the extracurricular activities improved my network, and it made me much more confident person. Like since my second year, I was active in all the student activities. So I was part of various clubs and association, and even in the final year, I'm a member of student council. So I mean, like there is a saying, your network is your net worth. So even during my O9 preparation, there were few things which I didn't knew, and I mean, I took help from a few of my friends. So uh, like extracurricular activity, it indirectly helps a lot because it gives you exposure. And yes, in like there are few instances, though like it didn't happen with me, but like in HR questions, you sometimes get behavioral questions. So I mean, they expect you to have some real life incidents related to it. So during your extracurricular activities, you will be having so many, like you'll be experiencing so many new situations in life, which you can actually describe them later in interview.
Okay. How to prepare a good resume and any tips for preparing it?
Main thing which I can say is like firstly, whatever you are mentioning, you should be 100% confident of it, because I have seen few resumes which I mean, like they may not be that good, but whatever was written in it, students were confident about it. So I mean, yes, I'm not saying that you should also have a proper format also. Now there, like that's what I'm saying. There were few cases where students, even with not a good resume, but like they were confident about the content and they got the job. But always it is recommended to have proper formats. There are various online websites such as Overleaf, or even in Microsoft Word you get templates, and you can just search on Google, or you can make your own template also in MS Word. So because once that is done and you write I mean all the relevant things related to profile, then other thing is it's always better to have a internship or a project, because that shows as to how you have applied your theoretical knowledge in some actual workplace. So having them will always be a plus point, but even if you don't have it is fine, but you should give a justification as to why you will be suitable, because when you are saying that you don't have particular experience, or you have not done any practical implementation of your theoretical knowledge, there should be some justification as to still how you are suitable for the role.
So, and here is your next question. What matters, package or profile?
Uh, okay, so I mean, it depends on person to person. So, whatever I'm saying is my personal opinion. But what I feel is that there are various jobs in which you can like get paid a lot. So, if money is the only criteria, then I mean, you can look for many other alternatives to earn money. But at the end, because profile matters a lot, because I mean that will be the workplace where you will be like staying from 9 to 5 or whatever your work timings are. So majority of your day you will be spending in your workplace. So it is like always important to have like you should be doing the work in which you are actually interested. The package, yes, I mean obviously the companies will not pay such that you will not survive it. That is very much enough for our survival. But and as far as the growth and all is concerned, once you are experienced, obviously there will be salary hikes and promotions. So I mean, package you'll get it automatically in due course of time.
One more question. Where can we find projects or interns related to this particular profile?
Okay, so internships, like I mean, there you need to search a lot online, because there are various start like, especially if you consider India, Bangalore is I mean you have so many startups there in like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and so many like these metropolitan cities. And like in case you, I mean, if you have a proper network in LinkedIn, or you can get referrals. So getting internship is not a big deal. I mean, getting a notification about internship is not a big deal, but again, applying to it and getting selected, you need to show them as to like why you are again suitable for that job. And as far as projects are concerned, there are two ways which I think can work. One is where you yourself come up with an idea and you try to implement it. Second is you can like already you will have so many projects available on internet, so you can like modify those ideas and try to see how like a particular aspect which that project did not cover, you can try to like investigate more upon it and try to produce results.
So let me ask one more question. Are coding skills required? Is it enough if you have grip in any one of the programming languages?
Okay, so I mean, it totally depends on the company and the job description, as I already mentioned. But I mean, it's always better to know one programming language, at least the basics of it. So you can either go with C++ or Python. Then, apart from that, you should be very good at data analysis skills. So for that, it will always be a plus point if you are proficient in either MS Excel or Power BI or Tableau or like Python machine learning. So I mean, you just it depends on the JD, but in case you have knowledge of these tools, you will always have an advantage when compared to the other applicants. But in few of the job descriptions, it will be mentioned that coding is a must. And by coding, again, they mean that you should have a basic knowledge of it, because like in consulting also there are various types. One is technical consulting and another is management consulting. So for technical consulting, it depends on the company's product, but you need to like, in case if they are operating like the product is made with a particular language, so you should have knowledge of that language because you can customize your product as per the client requirement.
So one more question. How did you build the particular profile and gain experience in this field?
Okay, so that's a good question, and I feel it may help other people. So basically, like as I told you that I got interest in this field in my third year. So at that time, like uh, there was like data science boot camp conducted by IIT Guwahati. That was almost a 6 weeks course, and like that gave me an introduction as to what data science is and how, I mean, the real life implementation of it. So that was one course which I did, and like I did several courses in Coursera, like to gain a overall understanding of what this profile is. Then later in my in my final year, I applied for an internship. So it was a market research internship in a company called Blue Cork Research and Consulting. So at that time, I again like it was a hands-on experience of whatever I had learned in my lockdown. So that in fact I had an added advantage in my interview, because most of my interview was about my internship, as to how I used to work and how I perform a specific task. So like, and I had a project also. So I mean, to the interviewer, it gives a overview that yes, I have a work experience plus project relevant for the profile, so I may be a suitable candidate.
So at last, any advice for all your juniors?
Like the first thing is you should have a clarity as to which profile you want to go, because if you look at the internet, there are so many job profiles and so many things which can be done after engineering. So you should have a clear cut idea as to what you are doing, and this is not a one day's task. Like in few days you cannot say that yes, I want to pursue XYZ profession in my life. You can even take few weeks time or 1 2 months time, but decide properly as to what you want to do, because later shifting the career, there are, I mean, you can do it, but it becomes a very difficult task, and there are few other complications involved. So it's always better as to you figure out what you want to do, and like have a good resume, maintain a good CGPA. By good CGPA, I mean above 7, and then like involve in extracurricular activities. Only like your technical knowledge doesn't matter. People also would like to see examples of your leadership qualities. Then one more important thing is like try to have good communication skills. That is particularly in English. As far as India is concerned, majority of the communication, it like if you are good at English, so you are good to go.
Yes, bro. I think we are done with this discussion. Is there anything you can add from your side?
Thank you so much, Charan. That was, I mean, I'm sure like you have covered all the aspects, and I don't think from my side anything else is required. I try to cover all the topics. One thing which I can say to the viewers is subscribe to Charan's channel. If you notice the content, it is quite informative, and it is completely education oriented, and it can help so many upcoming engineers in India. So do subscribe to it, and look out for his channel for various updates regarding the placement interviews which he'll be posting soon. That's it. And anything, I mean, in case anytime you want to contact me, so Charan will provide my contact details in the description. So feel free to approach me. That's it.
Yeah, bro, thank you. Thank you for joining us. All the best for all your future endeavors and congratulations on this placement. I also thank all of you who are watching this video, and please share all this video to all your friends and get them clear all the doubts regarding the placements and all. So a very good set of videos are coming on your way. Stick around, I will give you more, and for that you need to subscribe and hit the bell icon for regular notifications. So see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind.